MD Prepper here, talking about caffeine pills in your emergency kit and for prepping. Right here you'll see a bottle of Jet Alert caffeine pills that I picked up from Walmart. 90 caplets for, I believe it was about $3.50. It's 200 milligrams per caplet here. That's what it look like. And it says as safe as coffee on there. Well, that's a little misleading. Your average cup of coffee tends to run roughly 95 milligrams per 8-ounce cup. So one of these caplets is really 2 cups of coffee. So that's, 90 times 2, 180 cups of coffee for $3.50. I think that's a great idea, and that's a lot of caffeine to store in a very small area in your kit. Definitely more efficient than carrying coffee grounds or tea bags, that sort of thing. So if you're having to stay awake in some kind of emergency, you're bugging out and out of a hurricane or wildfires or just whatever, there's some kind of disaster that you have to be awake for longer and you need to stay up. Maybe you can't brew up a cup of coffee or tea. Maybe that's not the wisest idea. You can just pop one of these, or half of one is what I would recommend. These look like they'll be fairly easy to cut in half with a knife or other device. You can probably just snap them in two. Haven't tried that yet. Another useful thing for these would be in your herbal teas that don't have caffeine. So if you're having to drink coffee substitutes, you're hiking, camping, that sort of thing, chicory teas, your lavender teas, ginger teas, pine needle teas, all of those. Now you could grind these up and put them in there. It's going to make it a little more bitter, but as we know, caffeine makes things more bitter. Maybe that's what you want, maybe not. Another thought I had is just before drinking your herbal teas, you could pop a half of one of these and maybe fool yourself into thinking that the herbal tea is giving you a little caffeine rush there. Now these can get you in trouble if you pop them too early, too often, and too close together. I think they recommend, what did they say on here? 1 caplet, not more than every 3 to 4 hours. I'd say that's probably about right. Anything over about 500 milligrams a day of caffeine intake is considered a high use. Have I drunk that much in a day back in med school and residency? Absolutely, almost assuredly, probably a lot more than that. Some issues with too much caffeine: it can increase anxiety, jitteriness, you can get palpitations, those sorts of things, especially if you're prone to that. But I think it's worth having. For $3.50, definitely worth in the emergency kit purchasing. Long shelf life as well. I just picked this up right after Christmas, and the expiration date is 4/21, if you can see that. So that's a pretty good length of time. If they expire, they're probably just going to become less potent, lower strength, etc. You could throw them out and buy another bottle, keep in rotation, whatever you want to do. But caffeine pills, I've never really heard anybody talk about them. Might be a good idea. Let me know your thoughts. MD Prepper out.